Scholz. Putin has not achieved a single goal in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin has failed in his mission to divide Europe, damage democracy and take Ukraine quickly, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz told lawmakers in Berlin.
Here's a summary of the article.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said Wednesday that Vladimir Putin had made a fundamental miscalculation by sending troops into Ukraine, adding that the Russian president had not achieved a single goal set before the attack. Addressing lawmakers in Germany's Bundestag, Scholz said that Putin's conviction that Russia would win and Ukraine would fall within days was a massive underestimation. Putin believed he could dry up Europe's solidarity by turning off our gas tap, Scholz said, but he was wrong about the courage of Ukrainians, about Europe, about us, about the character of our democracies, about our will to resist big power mania and imperialism. Scholz emphasized the EU's support for Ukraine and said that attempts to undermine that backing are doomed to fail, in a thinly veiled message to Hungary, who earlier this week dropped objections over the aid for Kyiv. Anyone who thinks he can undermine the values of the EU, to which every member state has committed itself, by blocking its foreign and security policies, will fail, he said.
This post received a score of 20,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He actually strengthened and expanded NATO.
Beyond that is weakened Russia's population, economy, and political power substantially.
And proved the inadequacy of an authoritarian regime in the modern era. Corruption can be hidden from public view until the state enters an environment that exposes said corruption, like invading Ukraine with a corruptly unprepared military. How this impacts China long-term will be very curious. They have to be concerned that any military engagement in Taiwan or Hong Kong could play out similarly, given that they are untested against a prepared, modern foe.
That reminds me of a video from some eccentric Russian dude, forgot the name, but he had a pretty big YT channel, I saw at the beginning of the war. He pretty much said, all these exercises and wargames Russia was doing is like playing an imaginary piano, you can go through all the motions that pianists do and see yourself as the greatest of them all. Right up to the point when someone is so rude to shove a real one under your fingers and the illusion completely breaks down.
That analogy is so good it calls out Putin and me for thinking I would be a natural at the piano. Oh, he's a natural.
This will be a massive geopolitical and military blunder discussed in the history books for years.
And it's not over yet?
Slava Ukraine.
The only thing he achieved was hiking everyone's energy bills.
Yup. And also incentivized a lot of Westerners to accelerate their move to renewables, and away from Russian fossil fuels. With all the hardship and suffering his stupid war creates, that's at least a small silver lining. I want to see an intensive study on global militaries and their effects on climate change. Burning up a lot of MOGAS and JP8. Or re-establish the old empire or Soviet Union or whatever he thinks he's doing.
More like the Soviet division.
He somehow managed to do the complete opposite of everything he tried. With so many goals, statistically he should have been able to achieve at least one by pure chance alone. It's actually impressive how much of a loser Putin is.
Technically he still has land bridge to Crimea. But not for long.
Also his water bridge is having some issues.
He definitely achieved in making people poorer all around.
Nah, the rich elites got richer. Except maybe for that balloon head Musk.
True. We've just had politicians under scrutiny for awarding themselves and/or their friends very expensive PPE contracts. So yeah, someone got way richer.
Y'all remember when Trump awarded a company consisting of two brothers billions of dollars to supply emergency equipment and organize support for hurricane relief? That shit happened regularly during 2016 to 2020. The wealth transfer during this time is still impacting our economies today. Look at all these corporations buying houses left, right, and center.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.